The arena's silence was unsettling. Tens of thousands of alien spectators, scaled, furred, armored, and feathered, held their breath as the humans stepped into the center ring. Captain Vorzul of the Kroth Dominion stood tall on the opposite end, his exoskeletal armor glinting under the combat lights. He had never been defeated. Dozens of species had fallen to his twin plasma blades, and his title, Champion of the Core Worlds, was undisputed for 13 cycles. Until now, he sneered at the human, no claws, no armor, no natural weapons. Just a slim figure in a plain black shirt and combat boots. She looked more like a civilian than a warrior. Her name was Lieutenant Maya Rios of Earth's Terran Expeditionary Corps. The announcer's voice boomed across the arena in translated tones. By ancient custom of challenge, the Dominion has demanded honor combat. The accused, human Maya Rios, has accepted. The match begins now. Vorzul lunged. In a blink, Maya wasn't there. She slid under his charge, twisted mid-roll, and struck his left leg with the heel of her boot. The audience heard something crack. Vorzul roared in shock and pain. He swung wildly with a plasma blade missing again. She didn't have claws or scales, but she moved like a ghost. The Kroth were bred for battle. Bio-enhanced, genetically weaponized, and trained from birth. But they had never fought humans. Not truly. Not since Earth had joined the galactic stage 6 months ago. Their mistake. Humanity had not evolved for war. It had thrived on it. On chaos. On desperation. Predators among predators, shaped by a death world so violent even its plants could kill. While most species evolved to avoid conflict, humans studied it, perfected it, turned it into an art. Vorzul swung again. Maya caught his arm and broke it. The crowd gasped as one of his plasma blades fell to the ground. Maya kicked it away without even looking. She didn't speak. Her face was unreadable. Calm. Focused. Vorzul screamed and charged. His remaining blade aimed at her chest. Maya ducked, stepped into his guard, and whispered something only he could hear. You picked the wrong species. Her elbow smashed into his throat. Her fist followed into his gut, then her knee into his jaw. The Kroth champion collapsed, gasping, unconscious before he hit the ground. Silence. Total silence. Until a whisper rose from the back rows of the arena. She didn't even use a weapon. Then a ripple of panic spread among the delegates. The Kroth weren't just defeated, they were humiliated. By a species barely on the galactic map. By someone who hadn't even drawn blood. Back in the observation box, Admiral Kellenaar of the Zixan Council turned to his aide, trembling. Why did the humans accept the challenge? They could have declined. The aide, eyes wide, whispered, Sir. I think they wanted us to see what happens when someone threatens one of theirs. Behind the arena's glass walls, a dozen human officers stood watching quietly. None clapped. None cheered. They weren't here for spectacle. They were here to send a message. When the Kroth accused the Terran Corps of violating territorial law, they expected fear. Compliance. Perhaps even an apology. What they got was Maya Rios. A single human. And a reminder. Humanity didn't just survive death worlds. They built civilizations on them. They didn't just train soldiers. They forged monsters. Vorzul regained consciousness minutes later, surrounded by medics. His throat bruised, his jaw broken, pride shattered. He asked only one question, what are they? No one had an answer. Later, in the aftermath of the match, the Dominion retracted its accusations. A new treaty was drafted. One with far more respectful terms toward Earth. And on every world that witnessed the footage, one phrase began echoing in whispers and warnings. Congratulations. You just challenged the deadliest species in the galaxy.